Hello, this is Barry, and you're watching Barry in the PI. Uh, Today I'm kind of sad. Uh, Once again in America, a young kid, just turned 18, went and bought some assault weapons, shot his grandmother, and then took his assault weapons into an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. I know Uvalde. I've been there many times. I used to have to drive through it to get to school when I was a teacher at Eagle Pass. And I also passed on my way when I'd go out to Big Bend National Park. It's a nice community. The problem is there are more guns in America than there are people. It's it's gotten way out of hand. Uh, Assault weapons, these are weapons built and designed for the military use. And how you think those belong in the hands of anybody with the money to pay for it, you're nuts. The Constitution, the Second Amendment says in order to have a well-regulated militia, the right to bear arms shall not be abridged. Now, why is that in there? Uh, Many of the Supreme Court justices said that that was poorly written and shouldn't have even been included in the Bill of Rights. They're right. Assault weapons, these machine guns and automatic weapons have been banned before in the U.S. And they were banned up until I believe in 1994, when Congress did nothing and let the ban on it expire. The Democrats tried to get something passed. Republicans refused to even consider it. Why is that? Because Republican donors, big donors, are the arms manufacturers, weapon manufacturers, and the NRA. And continuously, we have these mass shootings in schools, in shopping centers, in supermarkets, concerts, churches. And what does Congress do? Nothing. What do the states do? In most cases, in Texas, nothing. It's just outrageous. I'm tired of having to send my prayers and sympathy for people whose kids were slaughtered because people in Washington, people in the state capitals don't do anything. It's time for that to stop. Now, I've owned a gun. My dad gave me a .22 rifle when I was about 10 years old. I'd take it out in the woods and just shoot anything. Wasn't trying to kill anything. I never went hunting. My dad never took me hunting. And I wouldn't have wanted to go anyway. I prefer seeing a deer alive and out in nature. So those poor kids, beautiful young children who had a whole life ahead of them, senselessly taken from them. So that's my rant. All right, a little history lesson for some of y'all expats. When America declared its independence, we didn't have an army. We didn't really even have a navy. We depended upon state militias. And their weapon was a musket. I don't mind anybody owning a musket. How you can say that at that time, we grew, we progressed. Yeah, we progressed. Not very well. From a musket to these AR-15s and other such types that are designed for the military. All they're made for is to kill and kill people. Why you think they should be in the hands of anybody can go buy one? No. Our ex-president, thankfully he's ex-president, Donald Trump claimed is America first. You know where we got that from? Before World War II, there was a group of Americans who sympathized with the Nazis. They formed a committee to support Adolf Hitler and to try to keep America from getting involved. They called their committee America First. Really never amounted to more than a couple of 100,000 people, and they soon disbanded as the war raged on. If you like America first, you're a Nazi. We've seen the growth of fascism and Nazism in America. A whole bunch of we saw them right on world TV when they tried to overthrow the government. And then after the last election, I mean, after World War II, how could anybody support Nazis? How could they claim that they're a Nazi? You should be ashamed. You want to see your freedom is really taken, it'll be under a fascist government. What they claim on their rights is they want to make it legal to be just a bigot. Let them have their bigotry. Let them have their racism. That's what they want. They think America should only be for white people, white Christian people. The people that believe in that aren't Christians. They don't know anything about Jesus. So I'm sickened by it. It just continues and continues and continues to happen. And Republicans oppose any kind of legislation. They oppose universal background checks, a 3-day waiting period before you can receive your gun, so that you can be checked out. They oppose banning automatic weapons. It's just unbelievable, and I'm tired of having to go through this, and mothers and fathers having to go through this, and blacks and Mexican Americans and Asian Americans having to go through this. Hatred has no place in America or here in the Philippines. Unfortunately, the Philippines has strict laws on firearms, and you don't see these massacres. So, how many more are we going to have before some Republican decides he's had enough? So, that's my rant for today. I just don't want to see that happening, and we need to stop it. We need to pass universal background checks, the 3-day waiting period while they're checking it. You need to raise the age to purchase an assault weapon to 21. We need to ban the sale and possession of assault weapons. Nobody needs one. Too many guys need that big of a weapon to make up for their inadequacies. So let's just ban that shit. I don't mind you having a rifle, shotgun, but not these magazines, 100 shots, 30 shots. It's irrational. It's not responsibility. Not taking responsibility for your own actions. You always have to blame it on somebody else. So that's it. That's my rant for today. And I may lose subscribers, but something needed to be said. And Beto O'Rourke showed that to Governor Abbott. Thank you, Mr. O'Rourke, Beto. He's a good guy. He's a good Texan. So, all right. Y'all take care. Stay safe. And I'll see you back. Maybe I'll be more humorous next time. Not such a serious subject. But I hope you're tired of hearing these mass shootings. I know I don't live there now, but I'm still a citizen, and I still care about my country. So that's it. Take care, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow.